Hey everyone, so we did our beautiful January table topper, Cuties table topper. So now it's time to do February. Are you ready? Hey everyone, Cristin here, and most of us are enjoying our beautiful January table topper. So now it's time to do February. So our sponsor, My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop, has been sending out the fabric kits for February. So if you haven't received yours or you haven't ordered yet, make sure to get on that because it's time to get started. It's almost February already. Oh my goodness, this year's going so fast. So I went ahead and I prepped all my fabrics last night. And so I just wanted to point out a couple of things. So this one only took like 7 packets. So it's a smaller project than what we've been doing. So that will be nice. And I just wanted to go over just a couple things. So start prepping your fabrics. If you're going to prep, you can do it as we start, as we work on it. It's up to you. But if you are going to prep, I just wanted to point out a couple things. I did put fusible stabilizer on the back of all of my fabrics. I did not cut batting yet. I will do that and I'll make a little list of what the batting sizes are for each step. But I wanted to point out that the fabric scrap, so the little red piece, I cut, it says on here it's 2.5 by 2.5, 4 pieces. This is on page 7. So this first one, the second one down from the top, the red one, it says 2.5 by 2.5. I cut mine to 3 by 3 and there is enough fabric to do that. So that's one little thing. And then for our backing, it says in the booklet that it is the perfect petals. I think it's called something like petals. But mine is the cream. So I just want to point that out in case you see in your packet it's different. Either one will work totally fine as long as you have the right size. So it's 24 by 24 and like I said, mine is just a silky solid cream. So you might get that, you might get the petals. It doesn't matter at all. So I just want to point that out in case you get confused about that. And then on the borders, you know, I always suggest cutting the borders a little bit bigger, just in case. You don't want to get this all done and then it's not quite long enough. I had that happen on a quilt and it's a bummer when that happens. So I cut mine a little bit bigger and then I'll cut it down after it's assembled. That's what I do. So for the first one is, let's see, it's this pink with the flowers on it. This one here. That is for, let's see, the outer border. So it says in here to cut it 2.5 by 18. I cut mine 2.5 by 20. You want 4 of them, and I just cut it in a couple inches bigger, 2 inches larger. I cut my outer borders to 2.5 by 20. And again, this is up to you. You can do it what it says in the book, but I find it easier to know that you have enough and then just cut it down after it's assembled. So that's my little tip on that. And then same thing on the inner borders. So the inner borders are the petal, the tan petal fabric, the little flowers on it. And that one is the third down on page 7. And you can see it's that petal fabric. And it says to cut that, the inner borders and A and inner borders B. So there's, the first one is 1 3/4 by 10.5. I cut that to 12, just a little bit bigger. So 1 3/4 by 12, 2 of those. And then for the other 2, it's supposed to be 1 3/4 by 13, and I cut it to 15. So 2 of them at 1 3/4 by 15. And again, it's that tan petal fabric. All right, so I just cut them a little bit bigger. It just gives me a little reassurance that I will have enough, and then I will assemble it and cut it down from there. The only other thing is on the deck of cards. Let me find this one. Here it is. So on the deck of cards, one of the fabrics, this one, is a directional fabric. And it doesn't matter when you're cutting, because if I recall, it's 3 by 3 or 3.5. It's 3.5 by 3.5. So it's a square. It doesn't matter. But when we're laying it down, we are going to have it be the right way. So I just want to point that out, that it's a directional fabric. I wrote a little note about that for myself. And I did go over in our last video, oh, there's one other thing, the binding. So On this last one, I think on January, yeah, it feels pretty thick. I think I went ahead and I did the fusible stabilizer on the back of all my fabrics and didn't catch that this one was the binding. So on this one, what I did is before I cut it, obviously, I went ahead and I cut the binding. Let me find my binding packet. There it is. So the binding is the tan petal fabric as well. And so before doing all the other cutting, I went ahead and I cut the binding first. So you can see it on page 8. So on page 8, there's a diagram of how all of these should be cut so that you have enough. So that worked out really well. But on this one right here, the first 2 long pieces are 2.5 by width of fabric, and those are binding pieces. So I cut those before I started on the rest of the cuts so that I could put fusible stabilizer on the rest, but not on the binding. It actually worked out fine on this to have it with the fusible stabilizer on the back. It wasn't a big deal, but optimally I would prefer not to. So that's my little tip is check for the binding before you start on that one fabric, the perfectly, what is it called? The little petal one. All right, so right here. All right, so that's my little tips. And I did go over in the last video the thread colors I chose. So I just held up the thread colors from my stash against the fabrics, and I chose all of the colors that I will be using, and I will have them on every video, but also under the video there's a list of them. So if you want to check your stash and see if you have the same colors or something similar, a lot of these, there's one that I chose that another one is almost identical, so it's not going to matter, but if you don't want to have to worry about it, I do have a list under the video to be able to have all your threads ready. So get your fabrics ready. Like I said, I will make a list of the batting cuts. I haven't done that yet, so I will make a list of all the batting cuts of what we will need for the batting, and I will share that in our Cristin Creates group. I'll also do it before I publish this video so that you can do a screenshot on the video, so that should help. So anyway, get started, get ready for our February cuties, and we will take a break. We are currently working on the red, white, and bloom. If you're not joining us for that, you should. We are doing the red, white, and bloom quilt, and we're just going to take a little break from that to work on our monthly cuties table topper. So anyway, let's get started. Hey everyone, so I'm at my computer now, and I just want to show you a few things that will help in our journey with our projects. So I'm opening a browser tab, and I'm going to go to Cristin Creates. You can just go to YouTube and type in Cristin Creates, and it will bring you to our channel. And then there's these playlists and videos, everything. So I'm going to open up our last video for the Merry Christmas Y'all pillow that we just finished. And I want to show you underneath the video. So whenever I say there's this information under the video, what I'm telling you is right here. It looks a little different on my end because I'm the owner of this. But right here is the video, and talking about showing you how to use Embrilliance. And then down below the video, it will say join the fun in our group project, see more information, show more. Click on that, and then look at all this information that is under every single video. I always share so much information. So when you're sending me messages saying, hey, what shirt are you wearing? Where can I find that? Or hey, how do I buy Embrilliance? Or who's our sponsor? What's our coupon code? All the information is always underneath the video. So the beginning of it talks about the current project that we're on, and then after that I always talk about coming up next. So right here, next up. So since we were finishing up Merry Christmas Y'all, next up was the Kimberbell Cuties, which now we're going to start on. And see all these links here. So if you click on the link, this is the one for the CD. and it doesn't work. Sorry, I will fix that. They just updated their website. Let's see if there we go. All right, so I just have to fix the CD link. Sorry about that. But anyway, so here is the January Volume 2 fabric kit that you can purchase, and underneath the video it tells you, here's my dogs. Hello. Hi, babies. So underneath right here, our coupon code, this one is for the fabric bundle. So the bundle right here, this is the January through June kit that I was telling you about. That it's all the 6 months worth of kits that you get one each month delivered to you, and you have free shipping with this one. So that one, the coupon code is Cristin Cutie Kit, and that gets you 10% off of the fabric bundle. So Cristin Cutie Kit, you can see it right there. The one that was for just the 1 month for the January, it's right here. Or you can buy that month fabric kit. And that one, the code is KBCutie2. Since they changed their website, they can't have one code for all of our items anymore. They have to have one code for each item. So that's why it's different. There's one for the bundle kit, or there's one for the January fabric kit. And like I said, I will get the link fixed for the CD. So that's the information for our sponsor. Our sponsor is My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop, and they have, like I said, the 6-month bundle fabric kit or just the 1 month bundle. And that 1 month, the January, you do pay shipping on that. The big savings, like you get 10% off either of these, but you with each code that I just mentioned, but you'll get free shipping if you buy the bundle one. All right, so that's the information that's underneath the video. As you know, I use Embrilliance a lot. We just started using it this year. I think we started in like March. I'm not absolutely sure about that, but recently. And we were just jamming along with it and loving it. And so there is a link under here. I am an affiliate with Embrilliance Essentials, and so if you purchase it, if you're in the market for embroidery software, please use my link. It's under every single video right here. See right here, click to buy from Embrilliance. This is my affiliate link. And when you click on that link, it puts a little cookie on your computer saying that you're supporting Cristin Creates. And then you can see it right here. This is the one that we use all the time, Essentials. You can get it right there on the left sidebar, or you can go up to the store. Either one will take you to the Embrilliance Essentials. And you click Add to Cart, and you can purchase Embrilliance Essentials. And you've seen I do step by step on how to do everything with Embrilliance Essentials. And so if you're in the market for that, please click on my link. It's under every single video. And here's a link to our group, our fantastic group on Facebook. I love it. It's so wonderful, and the people are so amazing and helpful. And then there's always other supplies like the dry erase packets. So all these packets that I organize my fabrics in, there's a link to those right here. And these are affiliate links as well. I get a tiny little kickback from Amazon if you purchase from the links that I share. So these packets have been so helpful. I really like them. And there's also, see this bin to hold the dry erase packets. So my bin is like, oh my gosh, so old, like probably 20 years old. But I found one on Amazon that's the same size. And so that's what this bin, it's a clear bin so you can see your packets well. And it's the same size as mine. And then the glue sticks, invisible thread, because that's when we did our stitch in the ditch. Rotating cutting mat, I use that with my orange pop rollers right there. Very helpful. My favorite duckbill scissors and my favorite needles. So all the questions that I get asked all the time with all the messages, everything literally is underneath the video. So take a look there. When you're asking about shirts, see right here, the Country Christmas on Pink hoodie, the shirt I'm wearing in this video, at the bottom. So at the very bottom of all of, so here's the video. And then underneath the video at the very bottom, I share information on all of my shirts because I get messages about them. So I always share that. And then how to support our channel if you decide to do that. So that's how to find all the information under the video. You literally just click see more, and see it says here, click here to see links below the video, and then all those links are under there. So that's how to buy from our sponsor. Let me tell you one other thing is the quilting. So we're going to use the quilting bundle for these cuties. And there's a link also. So here we are. We're at the next up, Kimberbell Cuties. You can also find this under the videos that we've already done for the Cuties. There was an announcement video and an unboxing video, and all the information is under there as well. So here's where, see right here, it says to order quilting designs for the table toppers, please use the affiliate link from our sponsor. And this is the one for my girlfriend's quilt shop. And all it does is it takes you to Kimberbell, but it puts a little cookie on your computer saying, oh, she's supporting my girlfriend's quilt shop with this order. So you can see it takes us to Kimberbell just by clicking on that link. And then what I do is I usually just use the search bar. I find that the easiest. And you can type in whatever you're looking for. So I'm going to type in cutie and see if that works. And it does. So there, right there, the first thing that comes up is that bundle of quilting designs. That's what we will be using for our quilting on our month set here. So we're going to start with the January one. This one has all 6 months in it, and they're all geared exactly toward the triangles and the squares in the middle and the borders. It's everything that we're going to need for that. There's this one that can be a little bit confusing. It has all of those quilting designs, but it's the regular quilting designs. It's not the ones that are triangle. They're not the sized exactly that we need for our cuties. So this is a different one. Like if you see in here and you're like, oh my gosh, there is gnome quilting, I love that, then you can buy this one that has all the different sizes in the regular sizes, whereas this one is all those triangles. You can also buy each design separately, like that gnome. I have to get that gnome. It's so cute. All right, so that's how to buy with the affiliate link, where to find the quilting. You literally just type in the search bar cutie, and then it comes right up. I showed you how to buy the fabric kit and the CD. I'll get that CD link fixed. How to buy Embrilliance, the packets for the organizing. Those are at the bottom of every video as well. And they just make it so easy to organize our projects. The coupon code, like I showed you, is underneath the videos. And the batting, I made a picture. Let me find, here's my cuties. So I made this for our batting, and I will add this in our group page, or you can do a screenshot right here. But this is all the batting cuts that we need for January right here, all of these. All right, that should help make it a little bit easier. It wasn't very easy to find, so this should be pretty helpful. Let's see, one other thing. So like I said down here, I recommend not cutting the inner and outer border fabric length until assembly. You can do whatever works for you, but I learned my lesson on one of my quilts. I cut them to the size that it said, and it turned out that they weren't long enough. And so now I always leave my inner and outer border fabrics long, and I just cut my batting to the exact right size. But then when I'm assembling my pillow, I trim off the excess. So that's my personal suggestion. And I went over the thread colors that I chose. And I will add information under the video for those. And I think that's everything. So anyway, here I just wanted to give you all this information of how to find information under the video, how to find the bundle of the quilting that we will use, and how to find the items from our sponsor. So we're all good to get started. So let me know when you have all your fabrics backed and ready, or you can do them as you go. That's totally fine too. But I'm pretty excited to get started. When I finish this project, I am going to go to California and see my grandkids. So we're not going to diddle-dally too long, but we'll do it at a comfortable pace.